we are going to start with a reverse toe touch. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to have you bend your knees. I guess the typical toe touch is you stand up straight and then try not to bend the knees too much and you go down and touch your toes. Some people that's a little bit difficult, so I like to actually reverse it sometimes. So I'll go ahead and bend the knees and then grab the toes, and then from here you're just going to drive your hips up. If you can only go this far, that's cool. If you can go all the way up, that's cool too. If that's still difficult for you, you can find a chair, sit down in the chair right at the edge, and then grab the toes and then push up. Sit your butt back down on the chair and then sit back up or drive that butt back up. So those are a couple options for you, but let's shoot for 10 reps reverse toe touch. So find the position that works best for you. If that's on a chair, that's cool. And let's drive the hips up. 1, drop it down. Good. 2, 3, 4. It's kind of a good quad workout too. 5. Good. 6, 7. Good. 8, 9, and 10. Reverse toe touch. So my quads are burning a little bit. If you need to take a break, maybe do 5 reps, take a break, finish up the 5. But that is reverse toe touch, 10 reps each side. Sorry, there's only one side for that one. Our next move is going to be pigeon pose on a table. If you don't have a table, you can go ahead and do the pigeon pose on the floor. I like to use a table occasionally, and I'll just drive my leg up onto the table, scoot my back leg back, and then from here, I get a great stretch on my piriformis, all my external rotators, and it feels so good. So we're gonna hang out in this position for 1 minute. Let me grab my timer. I always forget it before I film. And we're gonna do 1 minute each side. And when we're in that pigeon pose, I don't mind you moving around a little bit too. You don't have to stay in this perfect position the whole time. You can kind of like shift your weight a little bit. You can rotate your upper body. I like to play around with it and find what works best for me. So let's shoot for 1 minute. And let's clear that and let's go 1 minute and let's start it up. So again, maybe I'll sit here for a little bit and then maybe I'll rotate the upper body towards my front leg, away a little bit, find what's pulling, what feels good, or you can just hang out here. But make sure you're breathing, okay? Try not to hold your breath when you're doing these stretches. You can put your foot up on a couch, a bed, a table at your house, doesn't matter. Find anything that's raised up that's not too uncomfortable. About 20 seconds to go. If you want to make it more intense, scooch that back leg even more further back. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Stop that. Let's reset, and now we'll switch legs. All right, and let's go. 1 minute. Moving around, feeling what's tight. A little bit of rotation. Halfway there. As you go through the rep, sometimes you'll start to feel a little bit looser, and then I just like to intensify the stretch just a little bit. Nothing crazy, but try to get a little bit more stretch. Get 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Pigeon pose for 1 minute on each side. I'm gonna demo the next one on the table over here. And it's going to be a cobra. And we're working on extension and then also stretching out the abs. A lot of people forget about the abs. So we're gonna lay face down here. And then I like to place my palms, I like to start around eye level, about here. And then I'll push up and then hold that for a couple seconds and then come back down. The closer your hands are to your shoulders, the more intense it's gonna be. But one thing I want you to concentrate on is making sure your hips, the front of your hips, the bone, it doesn't raise off of the table, okay? So for me, I like to place, again, my fingers or my thumbs around my eye level, and from there I can go all the way up while keeping my hip bones on the table. And another thing I want you to concentrate on is keeping your butt tight. I want you to concentrate on the ab stretch. And if you don't keep your butt tight, it's a lot easier to kind of like arch through the back and you won't feel it as much, okay? So find that position that works best for you and you can readjust during the reps. And then butt tight, squeeze the butt. And then as you're keeping the butt tight, you're going to push yourself up. Again, taking some pressure off the low back and stretching out the abs. 10 reps. Nice and controlled, not too fast, not too slow. You can just run it through with me, but let's go. Butt tight and up. Back down. Good, 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. One's so good. I haven't done that one in a while, so it just feels way better. So that's an ab stretch, and we get some extension in our upper body. So that was Cobra. Now let's go into our last one, and that is going to be a seated side bend. I'll use this chair again, or sorry, this table again. Now I like to just sit cross-legged for this, and then arm bent this way. This arm is straight up, and then we're just going to drop our forearm on the ground, and we're going to reach over. Good stretch on the low back. All the way up the side, I'm feeling an awesome stretch in my lats. And we also get a little bit of hip work too because our legs are crossed. We're gonna shoot for 30 seconds on each side here. If you can't get your upper body all the way down with your forearm down, you can keep your arm straight and then just reach over, or you can kind of bend the arm so it's a little bit soft and then reach. Let's shoot for 30 seconds. And here we go. I'll keep the timer with me so I can see the time. Okay, and just 30 seconds here, so about 10 more seconds. And really try to reach over, getting that little active component into an active stretch. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the other side. I like to actually get in this position first and then just drop down, and we'll get it started. Try to keep the knees down and reach. Should almost be done. 5 more seconds. All right. 30 seconds each side, seated, a side bend. And that is it for the mobility exercises and stretches. But we always finish it up with a strengthener. And we're gonna concentrate a little bit more on the hips today, especially the glutes, the side of the glute medius. Very important to stabilize your body. So let's do it. You can do this on the ground. I'm just gonna show you on the table. We're going to be in this bent position here, kind of this kneeling position. One leg is gonna be straight out to the side, kind of like you're going into a groin stretch. But then from here, you're going to lift up your leg off the ground, just like that. Man, that is gonna light up your glutes. If that's too difficult, if this is too difficult for you, I want you to bend the knee and then just go out to the side. Kind of like a fire hydrant or like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. I think that's why it's called that. So again, knee about under hip level, other leg out straight, and then lifting up. Higher you go, the tougher it is. So go as high as you can. If you cramp up, take a small break, come back, and then finish it off. We're gonna go for 10 reps on each side. I'm gonna try to do it as controlled as I can. It's a tough movement, so just try to do it and regress the movement if it's too difficult. So bend that knee if it's too difficult for you. But let's go for it. Okay, 10 reps each side. 1, 2, keep the upper body steady. 3, 4, 5, good, 6, 7, good, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do it on the other side. Hopefully you guys made it. Whew. I don't know if this side's gonna be better or not, but let's give it a try. 10 reps. Good, 1. Good, 2. Good, 3. 4. 5. Good, 6. 7. Good, 8. 9. Last one. And 10. A little bit tougher for me on that side, but got through it. And you did too.